Now, we all know the people who claim to be able to fight just because they're big.
I'd beat the out of you in the street. No.
Ranging from Bradley Martin to the gym bros you might find on Instagram. Either way, this topic has many different answers.
Lads might be able to grab Nate, throw him around a little bit, have a scuffle, but he's not going to be able to do anything else.
And many surprising opinions.
I think I might be able to get you. Yeah.
Yeah, well.
But let's go over it with an unbiased opinion and assess the facts when it comes to fighting and fighting ability based on how big you are and how strong you are. Now, the argument goes that if you're big, strong, you go to the gym, 260 though, then that means, or automatically equals, you can fight. Now, a lot of people have strong opinions on this, and this comment section will be fun, but is that really true? Well, firstly, let's go over 4. Okay, so 9 times out of 10 when this argument is brought up to a fighter, then they're very, very biased. Now, they'll probably often explain without giving facts.
I would kill you. I would kill you. God, I love it.
How there's absolutely no way a gym bro, a strong, big guy, could win in a street fight against a skilled fighter.
You're a podcaster, brother.
Now let's put those facts aside and let's explain why that might not be true. Now, being big and strong is without a doubt an advantage. A lot of people neglect that. You know, you can lift more, that might translate to more power, not all the time, because you might be slower, etc. You could have a bigger range, right? And if you have a bigger range and a big guy grabs hold of you and the other guy, the skilled fighter, is not a grappler, he's a striker, then I would say that's pretty much over at that point. Now, the environment is a big factor. For example, if a fight broke out between a striker and a bodybuilder in a closed space, then I would put my money on that bodybuilder.
Put my foot in front of that.
Because the bodybuilder can't fight, right? His instinct first is just going to be grab hold of him, and God knows where it would go from there. As well as that, aspects in the street versus the gym is a very different environment. Now, gym is very controlled. You don't need a supreme amount of confidence to perform in the gym. You just need to be confident in your abilities. And in the street, you kind of do need a lot of confidence to perform. The other end is some guy trying to kill you, basically. You don't get that in the gym. So let's move on to the against. So, the argument against this. This is the argument, as a trained martial artist myself, would gravitate towards most. Let's not ignore details. It's not that simple. Now, skill most times will beat size. Let me explain that. Say you have someone who's big and strong versus someone who's big and strong. They have no fight experience. Then who knows who could win that. But say you have someone big and strong, another person who's big and strong, who also has fight experience, then I would put great amounts of money on the person who has fight experience. Furthermore, if you take that person who has fight experience, downscale them a couple of size, then a lot of people would still put a lot of money on that person to win. So that's one reason why I think skill is superior. Now, not just this. Mighty Mouse proved this.
Circle again. There we go. Try to feed the lapel, adjust. Yes, go, take it.
I mean, yes, he is basically the GOAT of MMA. We've got to keep in mind his jiu-jitsu is not GOAT level, right? Furthermore, if you have examples of women competing with men and winning, and that's just a great example of how powerful skill can be. Skilled fighters have an understanding of range and can take a punch, something bodybuilders might not be able to do. Now, what can we learn from this then? Well, you shouldn't only strive to be big and strong, but a skillful fighter as well. In my opinion, a skillful fighter is more important than being big and strong, but I think you should train both aspects. Now, it's very important to know how to fight. I have a video on that, I'll link it below. You know, if something happens, some drunk guys coming up to you on the street, it's a very useful skill to have. Now, if you like this video, stay tuned to this channel. You'll learn how to increase your fitness, as well as your fighting ability.